My name is Robert Katende, commonly known as Coach Robert. I'm from Uganda in East Africa. I started playing chess way back when I was still in my junior high, when I got to be introduced to the chess game. And after that, I pursued chess in school, but after college, I decided to start using chess to teach the young ones, basically about life, but using chess concepts. The Queen of Katende movie was accurate compared to any other movies. If I am to give it a percentage, I can say it is around 97% accurate. It was based on a true story, and Disney did their best to keep it as authentic as possible. That's why it was actually shot on location, and all the scenes you see in the movie, most of them, they were shot from the exact places where those incidents happened. The movie has changed my life, Fiona's life, and the life of so many other children who are part of the Som Chess Academy, as they are supported by the Robert Katende initiative. Because the reason being that the exposure that it has caused, the awareness, many people have got to identify with the story, and it's an inspirational story because it kind of portrays the power of a human spirit to fight and resist adversities to make it happen in life. So it has caused a lot of awareness. It has taken us to the global scene. Many times people reach out to us. I've been invited to speak in different entities. I'm now a member in the American Speakers Bureau. So we travel across the world to inspire other people who identify with the story. For me, I say it was quite a very amazing experience because working with Disney, working with, I would say, the best of the people in the movie industry across the globe, it was such a wonderful experience. And I, in particular, I had never been in the movie industry. I was adventuring, but Disney hired me to be part of the team as a movie consultant because the story was about me, was about the program I had started, and they wanted to keep it as authentic as possible. So that gave me a chance to be hired as a story consultant so that I can work closely with the directors and the producers, which was an amazing experience indeed. It really brought me several friends, and I also got to learn a lot. Before the movie, I never even knew that there are people who even specialize in light, and someone is called a light engineer. Now getting to be part of the movie production, I say, wow, this is also a profession, and you find someone is hired and is just coming from a different continent to come in Uganda and work as a light engineer. So it was really, I would say, a very informative experience, a wonderful and empowering opportunity. Not only for me, but even for the entire community, because the movie was shot from Katwe slums, and it was, I had never seen the community illuminated as it was during the time of shooting the movie. Yeah, thank you very much. Yes, I did start a foundation, which is the Robert Katende Initiative. Reason being, when you watch the movie, I have the kids are referred to as the pioneers. Those are the kids I started with. As I speak right now, these kids are instructors, and they are the ones who are managing the different centers within the country, and some of them even travel internationally to go and teach. And the philosophy is using chess to restore hope and transform lives. So why I started the foundation, I realized that this thing is growing bigger than me as an individual or as a founder. And I wanted to see how can I keep the legacy flowing. And I know right now, you see that the pioneers are taking on the mantle, and I can say that we are now in the third generation, that those I taught have taught, and those they have taught, they are also now teaching others. So you see how a legacy has already been set. By the time she started, and not only Fiona but even several other kids, they were not going to school. There were some of them on the street, others were staying with the guardians with no hope and dreams for future. But starting the chess program, it was something where they found peace, where they found love, where they found care. So they would daily come, although initially some of them came just to get a meal because I was serving porridge, but eventually they realized that the program was offering more than a meal. They got to be introduced to chess, they got to start to play and learn and develop the interest in the chess, and the chess opened a door for them to even go out of the slums to go and compete in other tournaments. So that was something which they had never expected, which they had never dreamt of. And then a few years down the road, I started advocating for their school opportunities, and then they got placements in some of the schools as chess players, and to others I had to raise money through sports outreach to support them go to school, which kind of made their dreams open up and realize that they can really have a better future through this wonderful program. As I speak right now, through all that, Fiona has been able to actually complete high school together with several other kids who I supported by then, because I started supporting them in school in 2006. By 2017, they had already advanced to college, and others are in universities in Uganda, but two of them, Fiona and Benjamin, got a tuition scholarship to be studying from Seattle in Northwest University. That's where they are. Actually, they are now going for their second year, which is a big achievement, and they have just been back home for the summer holiday after their first year at school, and they had a lot to share and inspire the rest who stayed back home. And 5 years back, I was able to start a chess program for the disabled. Although I don't personally call it the disabled, I gave my program a different name. I call it a chess program for the differently abled. Simply because I saw that they are able to do what we, the able-bodied people, do, but for them they do it differently. For instance, I have one of the players, John. He is able to play chess and move the pieces using his mouth. Now other people use hands, but his hands cannot do that. So he's doing the same thing, but he's doing it differently. So they were able, when Beatrice and the Grandmaster Thomas Ruther visited Uganda, because of the social programs I have across the country, that's when we gave birth to the idea of having the World Disabled Tournament. The three of us discussed it and discussed the possibilities. So last year we started it with the first edition in Florida, and this year is the second edition here in New Jersey, which is a dream come true to see how our other countries are now coming on board. And I believe it's going to keep on improving year after year as more other kids get an opportunity to play in such an international engagement. This time I've been blessed to have two kids come from the differently abled chess program from Uganda. That is John and Washwa. Washwa actually participated last year, so this is his second time. But for John, it is his first time to come to the United States to be part of this event. And back home right now, the program has 12 children who are differently abled. And this year, 2018, I was able to register them in the top Ugandan National League, where they are playing as the differently abled chess club for some chess academy.